Hi, we are Team 1, and it is our sincere pleasure to present our submission.
So, to start us off, having 3 clients was a very new thing for all of us, hence the planning part of the design is what became the starting point of it all. Reviewing the brief and the rundown they gave us, we decided it would be best if the positions of the rooms were grouped up by the requesting client to help maintain the community's identity while still having the collision space be the main space to emphasize the community that will be built upon by the users, such as the safeguarding push by Growing Local for the 30 or so primary school children, the spatial plans developed into having the classroom and cooking school to be isolated. This should ease the minds of the parents of the children, as well as give the staff members a sense of protection. For the Belmont Wanderers, we wanted the players to have ease of use for their spaces. To achieve this, we decided having direct access to the changing rooms, storage, and servicing kitchen would be what the users would desire from the zone the most. Luckily, this also helps with any muddy escapades, as they will not have to trek through the entire building to get to the space. Finally, for Andmite, we wanted to utilize this more involved experience they wanted to create. So to mimic this, we decided to have the spaces be accessed from outside the zone and allow for circulation within the space, so to create a seamless learning environment. Going into the externals of the hub, we have to keep in mind of the budget we were working with, so simplicity was key. However, the narrative is not lost. Like in the plans, we wanted to emphasize the community building that would occur, hence the building is mostly a homogeneous design to give the impression of the 3 parties involved to be as one. Then to give the hub the next step, we highlighted the collision space with a pitched roof, which came from the idea of creating a sort of barn due to the associated idea of community it has and the location of the hub. All of this is enhanced by the veranda with the wooden screens that goes around the building, helping it blend with the surrounding nature and the courtyard, generating a drawing effect, the trusses above to allow adaptability of the space, giving it a kind of awing atmosphere.
The engineering approach for the project has been to minimise the embodied carbon of the structural elements by using high stiffness, lightweight structurally insulated panels, or SIPs, for the main structure. This is all done whilst keeping practicality in mind.
The central hub is covered by SIP panels supported on a glulam truss. The pitch roof will be prefabricated, with the trusses being transported to the site pre-assembled. The truss was designed using FEA software and verified with hand calculations, thus balancing constructability with element efficiency.
The utilisation of SIPs allows the walls to be load-bearing, which reduces the number of columns needed to support the structure, hence reducing the total embodied carbon. The insulation also cuts down on the need for heating and cooling throughout the year, providing a pathway to cut down on the operational energy. The standard TR019 and Eurocode 5 have been employed in the SIP panel design.
For the walls and the roof, the same SIP panel is used, providing the opportunity for modern methods of construction, as this design allows for prefabrication with the cladding already applied. The SIP panels span between timber eye joists in the main area of the building. The timber eye joists also serve a secondary purpose of functioning as a servicing space.
The costing strategy has been to use locally sourced, durable, efficient materials to reduce costs and keep within the specified budget. The total cost is £1.4 million. The largest cost in the hub comes from the SIP wall panels, costing approximately £100,000. Only one profile of SIP was chosen throughout the design, since the limiting factor was the insulation, and therefore, although slightly over-designed from a structural point of view, there will be significant savings from standardisation.
The approach taken for the procurement was to look for local suppliers to provide cheap materials for the design and to choose products that were BRE or Passive House certified. The cladding of the building was selected to be from Accoya, owing to the durability and non-toxic sustainable material. The SIP from SBS is PEFC certified. The connections for the SIP panels have been selected from Rothablas's range of high-quality steel brackets and wood screws to support the roof slabs.
The landscape creates a biodiverse, climate-resilient hub that reconnects everyone with the nature while also improving the biodiversity and promoting food production. The outdoor spaces improve people's interaction and engagement while also improving their mental health. Recreational and educational spaces are provided, like the proposed educational garden, natural play area, and the multi-use sports area. The perennial planting and meadows of mixed colors and species support the rich biodiversity and attract different pollinators, birds, and insects, while it increases the opportunities for the people to engage and interact with the nature. They give structure and different sensory experiences to the site. People on site can feel the change of seasons with the changing colors of the plants. Herb planting gives sensory experiences while also informs people about different species of plants. It also attracts different pollinators and wildlife. The chosen proposed trees are mostly trees that have fruit on them or provide seasonal interest either with their bark or leaf and fruit.